Let's take a look at C# delegates. I'm going to do File, New Project, Visual C# console application. I'm giving the project a name and leaving the solution name the same. And an example I was working on before, deleting that. So we have a new project. So I have my namespace, I have my class, and I've got the default name for my class. And inside of my class, I have the main method. So I'm going to place this first piece of code outside of the class, but inside of the namespace. And this delegate is going to be public. I need the delegate keyword here. And this part is the model for the method. Let's see what that means. And so this method is going to return a string, and it's two parameters. Both of them are integers. And the name of this one is hello. Okay, so that's the name for this delegate. So let's put the rest of the code in. So inside of my class, I have the main method. So I'm going to place another method inside of my class. And now my class has two methods. If I collapse those down, you'll see that this class now has two methods. And this method is going to return a string, and it passes two integer values, parameters. So if we look at our delegate, we'll see that our delegate is set up the same way. So it will return a string, and it has two integer parameters. So this delegate matches this method. So let's go ahead and try this out. Let's put some code in here. So we make an object from this delegate. So we have hello, which is the delegate, and we're coming up with an identifier, a name for this, and calling it delegate underscore object, or del underscore obj, and new, and we're setting this object to work with this particular method. So in our example, what we're doing is that we're reading in two integer numbers, storing those in variables v1 and v2. And now what we can do, make a call to this delegate. And what this delegate does is it, in essence, this replaces this entire method. So now what I can do is that I can pass these two values, and it will return, and in this case it's this method is set up to return if number 1 is greater than number 2, then return the string greater than, and if it's not, then return the string less than. So that's what this will do. That's what this line will do. It will return a string saying whether or not those two numbers are greater than or less than. And that's what this right line statement will do. Okay, go ahead and try it out. Debug, start debugging. And enter the first number. No. And say that's 33. Enter the second number and say that's 44. And the right line statement says the first number is less than the second number. Okay. So this is just a quick example of working with creating delegates and consuming them. That's all.